Hello, you are listening to or watching What's the Tea. My name is Lydia.
My name's Andy.
And we are two former support workers catching up over a cuppa. We always say over a cuppa, but Andy never has a cuppa. I've got a bottle of
lead
water
up to
today.
this so chaotic.
Yeah.
I did have a bottle of water at some point. I then had pineapple and...
Anyway, we chat and we try and navigate adult life. And sometimes when we were support workers, we gave some advice that was actually pretty good and shocked us. So this is where the podcast came from.
We were trained.
I know, right?
I don't know.
And that we were actually good at our jobs.
Yeah, we're obviously trained really well in my case. So coming up, we have Adulting Stars of the Week. We're going to look at all things social media.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a bit topical right now.
Oh, yeah.
Accidentally topical right now. And as always, as all things, weird news. But before all that, how are things?
Good.
That was very positive. That was very...
Yeah, no, I feel great today. I will be honest. Sorry, there's just a weird noise. Is that in here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. So there was a weird noise in the room, and it just threw me off. I'm good. I have surprise. Last season I wasn't very well. And you weren't very well. This season I'm feeling good at the start, but I have had some still ongoing health issues, and I think it's only fair that the listeners know that we were meant to film this last week. But due to technical issues, we weren't able to.
Technical issues I've carried on to today.
Yeah.
But you've got to
work around it.
Oh, it's gonna,
But if we did it last week, I don't think I would have had as much enthusiasm because I was really under the weather last week. So if anyone cares, I don't think anyone does. But so I've had eczema all my whole life. And I've had a really bad flare-up over, across my face and my hands, which I haven't had since I was a teenager, which is leading to a referral to the hospital. And it's been really, really bad. And because it's on my face and it's really sore, it's just been getting me down. And I'm having to have blood tests as well for other things. So, but no, I'm having a really good day today. I'm really excited for this new season. We've got some great topics.
Energy about you.
Yeah, and we've got some great topics lined up for this season, which I'm really excited about as well. How are you, Andy?
Compared to basically the entirety of the last block of episodes we did, I'm great.
Good.
Hay fever's kind of doing its thing.
Ugh,
hopefully that should... hopefully I should get through this without kind of scratching my eyes too much or anything like that.
Good.
We'll see how it goes.
We obviously haven't filmed in a really long time.
It feels really weird, actually. It feels
really
not
weird.
Just filming, but filming
how
in
to do
person
this.
in the studio.
But obviously, our favourite thing is Stars of the Week. So Stars of the Week is when we were a kid, if we did something really well and an adult was like, you did a great job, you got a gold star. And as soon as we become adults, we don't do that for ourselves. And I think there's a lot of things that we do... that are gold star worthy. So any gold stars that you, for yourself, Andy, that you would like to share with the team and with the listeners?
I'm going to cheat a little bit.
Oh.
I'm going to explain what it is, and then I'm going to explain why it's a cheat. So a while ago, at home, right, we very luckily, for various reasons, we got a new bathroom fitted.
Ooh.
Very nice. It was... The bathroom was, I don't know how old it was, but it was quite old. It was time. But as part of that, the blind we had up went away. And we're like, well, we should probably do something about that. We had sun kind of blasting in through the windows, kind of heating up mostly upstairs. So we actually managed to put a blind up, which,
Okay, I don't see how that's a cheat, though.
When you go to IKEA and get a no-drill blind, it does feel a little bit like a cheat, but job done. And also, it's like £5.
Well, I still think that's...
Compared to like 100 plus...
Yeah, I still think that's...
To wrong places.
Yeah, true. I think that's still gold star worthiness because it's so easy to go and buy the thing and then it sits around in your house or your apartment or your room for ages.
It just sits there.
So it sits there. But the fact that you bought it and put it up...
Yeah.
I think that's still a gold star.
Thank you.
I didn't have anything down for my submission of gold star. However, I have been adulting somewhat quite well.
Go on.
I think. So obviously I've mentioned my poor health. I have been proactively going to the GP, just not, doing adulting things to make myself better. So hydrating myself more to make sure that my skin's hydrated. So
Taking steps to look after.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's a gold star worthy. And the other thing is I've noticed that I need to get some really important admin things done, and being in an office where there's a lot of people asking for me for help, which is totally fine, has meant that my productivity has gone down. So I've taken the steps to go and work somewhere else, and I have just smashed out some really big pieces of work in no time, and I'm really proud of that. And I feel like I took the steps to sort the issue out, and then I've worked really hard on some big pieces of work that my boss has asked me for.
Fantastic. Sure. If your boss was here, he would also give you a gold star.
He's on annual leave at the moment, but yeah, hopefully when he's back. You know who you are, Si. Give me a gold star.
Right, shall we get into this?
Yeah, let's get into this episode.
Now,
I'm not sure how this is going to land.
No.
Or where we're going to go with this, because...
No. So, let's start with the historical context.
Yeah, I was going to say
why we've got
I think it's a good idea.
He says... completely faffing up.
Oh, I know this. So we put a poll on. So we have a Facebook page for ex-residents. So this podcast originally started just with them in mind, and then we thought we'd put it on a public platform. So we have a group with ex-residents, and it's our alumni page. So on a side note, if you're an ex-resident listening to this and you're not part of our alumni page,
let us know
and we'll add you. So we put a poll of a topic that they would like us to discuss. The top one got discussed last season, but there was a second close top one, which was what, Andy?
Which was communities, which was finding digital communities. Communities in a digital world.
Yeah, basically. Communities in a digital world. So
all things social media, Twitch, all things online.
Yeah.
Now, also, I'm very aware that in the past we kind of alluded to conversations about social media kind of bans being in the news. Also ourselves, we kind of talked briefly about impact on Instagram on mental health. I think that came up during our CBT episode.
Yeah.
So we've got all that historically. Now, what's the date today? Tuesday, 16th of June.
But when this comes out, it will be, what date? Wednesday,
either next Wednesday or tomorrow.
Yeah, some Wednesday in the future.
Yeah. Could be Wednesday 17th if I'm super organised, or it could be Wednesday next week.
Yeah.
But my point being, as of yesterday, at the time of recording, the social media ban for people under age 16 has been officially announced. It's been announced as something that is happening in spring next year. The reason why
And just to clarify, that affects the UK.
Yes.
In case we have any international listeners, which we probably don't, but just in case.
The reason why we wanted to talk about how we got here, the historical bits and pieces, the reason why we've chosen to talk about this is because we had no idea it was going to be announced yesterday.
No. And there was rumblings of it previously, but we didn't know if anything was going to come from it, because our Prime Minister and the government put together kind of a focus group kind of conversation, discussion.
Quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And things like that.
And from all of that, we had no idea it was going to be announced yesterday.
We didn't know we were going to be this topical.
No. And we were meant to film this last week. So, but technical reasons wasn't done.
So we should probably also say that nothing we're saying here is an official comment on the social media news at all.
No, in terms of from a YMCA Exeter's standpoint, you mean? Yeah. My personal standpoint,
yes,
which I think I can share, because this is my individual, is I am all for it.
Okay.
I think whatever we can do to protect our minors from harmful material or being harmed in a digital world, I think we should all be for that.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Prime Minister did state, which I thought was very good of him. He's not naive in the sense that it's not going to stop under 16s going on social media, accessing it. Like it's not stopping people that, underage drinking or underage smoking. They find ways around laws. However, just because young people find ways around kind of the drinking age and the smoking age doesn't mean that we just scrap that law. It just means that we put more things in to support those people. And I am aware that there's a lot of positive digital communities for that age demographic on social media like YouTube and things like that. But I think it's great because it now puts the responsibility on the parent to have an account that has access to that, so then they can watch it with their young pet. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, obviously we don't know the ins and outs of the law completely because that's still to be published.
There's a lot of detail. That is still to be.
So that's just my personal standpoint on it.
Personally, I'm more.
You've got a teenager, though.
I got it. I'm more. I do have a teenager. I'm definitely a lot more on the fence over it. I'm definitely not for or against it either way, particularly. I think it's very nuanced conversation.
Oh, for sure.
And if I do have an opinion about it, is that personally I believe that as a society we're very much our opinions are always going to be now always of one of two extremes, either for something or against something.
Yeah,
there's no nuance to our conversation.
No,
I think that's something that's arguably missing when we talk about this.
Yeah, for sure, I agree. Yeah,
and I think
I can see pros and cons to both things. Yeah,
just in general in regards to kind of social media use.
Yeah,
but anyway,
but also on that,
yes,
and I think this kind of hopefully will tie into digital community. So bear with me.
Yeah.
I think also way conversations are happening now, if someone is of an opposing opinion of yours, then it can lead to an aggressive conversation or that conversation being shut down. And I'm always very much like, you know, interested in hearing the other side's perspective, because I want to learn from it, but also it helps reaffirm what I believe and my opinion. Obviously I know there's harmful opinions that can be out there and things like that we can access, but I feel like this is another topic that is going to cause divide with those that are for and against. And actually, like you said, I think there's pros and cons to everything in terms of new legislations and things like that come out. So it'll be interesting to see where the conversation goes, what things are put in place. But this is mainly talking about finding digital communities or finding communities in a digital world for the adults. So 18 plus.
Yeah. So I did ask a lot of the young people within YMCA what they felt about all this. Again, this is before the latest announcement.
What, feeling about the ban or feeling about digital communities?
Feeling about the ban.
Right. Oh, okay. I gave us a great segue into the further in. Yeah, that's fine.
But also... when we asked about the poll, when we talked about the poll, one of the pieces of feedback that I had in regards to digital communities was I've made some really good friends through video games and my Twitch network, but there's a lot around that many I never intend on meeting. So lots of people that he knows doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to meet them all. Another comment was, I know my daughter maintains long-distance relationships through the power of WhatsApp, Minecraft, and Roblox. And going back to the comment about
keeping children safe
and social media ban and all that, comments I got were, it's up to a parent to know the dangers and to keep their kids safe. I probably wouldn't be here today, though, without the internet access I had as a kid. I wouldn't have met many of my friends or developed many of the hobbies I have today that still both support me and keep me sane in tough times. There was no support for me in person. I found it online.
I would just say, I definitely...
Very positive example.
Yeah, but I think as someone that... this is going to give away my age, but someone that kind of saw...
So
old. Grew up without the internet.
Yeah.
Or not as easily having access to the internet.
You sound so old right now.
Like we just had one computer amongst a family. Mobile phones were bricks. Smartphones weren't a thing. And you had to get the little lead and put it all the way over to the telephone port for dial-up. Those days. but having having a childhood where I didn't have it, and then having kind of a teenagehood where it was a new and upcoming thing, I had the perspective, I guess, of both pros and cons. So I was kind of had to move schools. So I was severely bullied. I had to move schools, and so social media really helped me keep in touch with some of the friends that I had from another school. So that was good. However, the bullying wasn't just at school. So when I was in primary school, the bullying was just at school because we didn't have access to the internet. So my home was my safe space. I was free from it. In my secondary school, we had this thing called Bebo. Do you remember Bebo?
Oh, Bebo.
Bebo.
Wow.
And the bullying for me wasn't now just at school. It was in my home, in my room. And, you know, it was quite vicious. People hacked my account and sent messages that weren't for me and things like that. So I can understand from a parent's perspective why you would want to protect your child from that. However, again, just on that comment about finding friends in the internet world, I've worked with a lot of adults in this job, in this organisation, that have a huge community from gaming, from Twitch, and they never meet those friends. And they just, like, for example, from America or Australia, where they play like oh gosh, the terminology has just escaped me, playing kind of role play games, team games and things like that. And they do it on a regular basis, like Fortnite. Fortnite is quite a common one where people will play with.
Yeah, it still is.
Yeah. I am a gamer. We've talked about how I've really fell in love with gaming, breaking down those stereotypes of me being a woman. I could also be a gamer.
49% of.
No, I know. If I'd known that when I was younger, I would have fully embraced it. But I don't think I'll ever enter that world of online gaming and meeting strangers. I'm fortunate enough that I've got really good, decent friends that I can see in person. I don't need to add to that. And I kind of like talking to myself and screaming at the TV when things don't go wrong. And I think if someone was to listen to that, they'd think I was losing the plot. So,
and there's a whole other story about not about Lydia, but about someone else.
Yeah, but also though I have really found the benefit of Twitch. So I don't really watch it anymore as much, but there was a good 4 or 5 years where I have a highly addictive personality. Just gonna put that out there. So I tried to avoid gaming for a long while because I knew that you probably wouldn't see me for days just gaming. So I got around that by watching other people stream their games, and I found a really great community within one of the streams, and I would like comment on things and talk to people, not necessarily like meet up, but I definitely found a nice new community, especially when I was like embracing my female gamer side and meeting other female gamers and following female gamers that were doing really, really well. So that community for me was like quite important for my growth, and that was on Twitch.
Awesome. One more comment.
Oh,
I'm actually happy about this. Social media has become a very dangerous place, although a person would add 18 plus, but it is what it is. TikTok started off with so-called TikTok challenges, which has caused lots of teenage deaths. Then there's cyberbullying, which has caused a lot of youth suicide.
Yeah. There's just like, I think also there's just so many different platforms now. You know, like when I was growing up, I don't know, back in my day, when internet became a thing. Well, it was already a thing, but you know what I mean. It was Bebo. There was a thing called MySpace, but I don't think it really took off in the UK as much as it did in America. Did you have a MySpace page?
I think it might have been a little bit how like Facebook is now.
But it's for older people.
If you're a little bit older,
yeah. So so it was Bebo for me, and that was the only thing we had. And then obviously MySpace. Oh, and MSN.
MSN was awesome.
I loved MSN, where you'd like put, this is like...
That MSN probably wouldn't have been in this social media ban. Messaging.
Yeah, I know. Which is, but then it's Snapchat.
Snapchat is.
But that's a messaging platform.
Oh, there you go. That's a
Technically,
question.
that's what it is.
That's a question for someone on something like.
But anyway, MSN though is just like where you put like lyrics And then I just remember, like, if you fell out with someone, you'd have your list of friends, and then you'd always know if someone fell out with someone because someone would remove their friend from their little handle. Oh, look at days. But yeah, it was just MSN where you'd like instantly message, and then Bebo where it was like
MSN.
It was like
wow.
Bebo was like Facebook before iMessage.
Bebo was
as in iMessenger, like Facebook Messenger, not iMessage.
Maybe.
And MSN is now what Facebook Messenger is. Do you know what I mean?
Probably, actually.
Yeah. So, but I agree. Like, there's a lot of harmful things on there that young people can access. I agree. It's also can be harmful to adults. But when you're a young minor, like, you're not really. I feel like as you're an adult, you can. What you'd hope that you can differentiate a little bit better over what's healthy and what's unhealthy, or what's good and bad. Not always, but I think more so than when you're like 13.
Maybe, perhaps.
You can a little bit more. I'm not saying completely. You're very impressionable at 13 compared to when you are 19.
Yeah, you're probably, that I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
On, but
that's what I mean, like impressionable with like not necessarily knowing that this is like
I feel
like
you still
a bad
need
thing.
That education.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, adults need that education for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Totally.
Maybe there should be social media classes, but not how to be better on social media, but how to navigate social media.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that we could.
So on that note, we talked negatives. Let's try and talk positives. Try and talk how to find kind of positive communities online.
Oh, okay. I thought we were already going. I didn't realise you were staying on this topic for so long. That's why I talked about Twitch and gaming. So I was like, we need to get into the
Twitch is, an example of it. So to follow kind of positive people on Twitch, that is positive for you, and that would look different to.
Yeah, I guess also like trying to find like good communities in a digital world. It's more about how it makes you feel. Do you know what I mean? Like, this thought just came to me. It's just like, if it's making me feel angry about the world, about a demographic of people, or about myself, is that a positive community? No. Like, for me, finding community and obviously there's always going to be one or two that ruins it for everyone in a community. I'm just thinking about some people that put stuff in the comments and then they have to get banned in Twitch streams or whatever. It's just like, I found and connected with the communities that made me feel good about myself and about the world. And I think that is a good, lesson to take away is if it's not making you feel great or making you feel great about the world around you or a specific demographic of people, then is that a community that you should be part of or want to be part of? Yeah.
And on that note, I think there's a lot of rage baiting. There's lots of
clickbait.
It's like clickbait is fueled by you'll not believe what happened next, and it's there to kind of get a kind of negative, rageful reaction from you.
Yes.
So you click on it, and then the algorithm goes,
"You like that?
You like that, don't you? You're showing interest.
Yeah,
I'll show you more like this."
I know, which is why. So just on that, in the YouTube world was when the YouTubers and vloggers, like I again witnessed kind of the incline of that. I think we've come away from that a little bit more. But it was just clickbait of things to like get views of being like, oh, I wonder what they mean by this. I feel like rage bait has kind of overtaken clickbait now, and people have found that rage bait you get more clicks on. And I found it the other day on Instagram. I was just scrolling and I saw a video and I can't remember what it was about, but it was something about really something not nice going on in the world. And it was against a specific demographic of individuals. So it was quite hateful. And because I watched it, I didn't like it, I didn't comment, but because I watched it from start to finish, I then scrolled, another thing came up. Then another thing. And then I was like, I need to change my algorithm here. So then I started like going on my Instagram pages that I really like, and it's all happy stuff to change the algorithm. So when I was scrolling, it wasn't just spreading all that hate to me that was making me feel really sad.
But that scrolling thing, that on a side note, that's something that they're looking into kind of banning for people under 18. The infinite scroll where you can just keep going.
Oh, so you have like a length of time on it.
Maybe.
But on that note though,
to be aware of that.
Yeah, but on that note, I am really bad. I said I'm really addictive, and I think when it's 30 or 15-second videos, it's just so easy to lose time in that space, and I have lost 3 hours of my time doing that. if anybody wants to help with their scrolling addiction and I guess being mindful of what they're taking in, Screen Zen. So it's a purple app icon with 3 pebbles. It's free. Can limit the amount of times you access certain apps, and you dictate which apps that is. So for me, I chose 6 times a day for 10 minutes, an hour a day. Cool. And then it times out, and then you can click to go back in it again. And for me, I have found my well-being has improved greatly because I am limiting my amount of time on the digital world where I don't have as much control over what communities I have access to. I found that really, really helpful for me and my well-being. So then I can focus on the ones where I have more control over what community and information I see, like on YouTube. Like I only really watch stuff that I'm already subscribed to. I don't do the aimless scrolling on YouTube. I feel like Instagram, it's harder for you to control what communities you have access to because of that infinite scrolling.
Yeah. I feel we've probably gone on for quite a while about this. We should probably come to a close.
Yeah.
But I think this is probably going to be a conversation that's going to be, it's going to keep going in the kind of, definitely in the UK for a while.
And we might revisit this in another episode, in another season.
If you want to kind of hear more about this, or, maybe concentrate on this as a subject, or we'll see what happens in the future, I guess. But now, it's time for Weird News.
Weird News!
It's time to dive into the weirdest news.
Lydia.
Hello.
Have you ever kind of found yourself doing a thing, and then all of a sudden you're like, how did I end up here?
Sorry? What?
I mean,
I do a thing, and then I'm like, how did I end up here? What?
I mean, some people are like, will just go for a walk, and they're like,
oh yeah, where you not black out, but you like disassociate, and you're in yeah.
Or if you're kind of scrolling on Instagram, and then all of a sudden you're like, 2 hours have gone, and boom.
Frequently.
Okay. Now, imagine, being on a kayak, and you're just enjoying the...
Closing my eyes.
Yeah. You're just enjoying the breeze.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you've been washed out to sea.
Okay.
You're like, okay.
Okay, I'm panicking.
I should probably imagine that you are a dog that's done that.
What?
So a kayaking Alsatian had a lucky escape after it was rescued after being washed out to sea. Bruce the dog was preparing to have a paddle inshore at Bamburgh in Northumberland with his owner when the kayak got loose and was blown away. The Coast Guard launched a multi-vessel search for Bruce, who was eventually found by the 2-man crew of the Serenity tour boats. So basically, Bruce took a bit of an adventure.
I love that for Bruce.
And went...
But that's really scary. I think if that was my dog...
That must be terrifying for the poor owner.
Oh gosh, that is so weird though. Just imagine, just like, do you know, like if you like...
Imagine seeing Bruce
just being like, you're there with a cup of tea, enjoying the scenery, and then you're like, there's a dog on that kayak. There's a dog on that kayak.
Wait, what?
Doing that like double take. Yeah. To be fair, I feel like that's what something Bonnie would do.
Yes.
Bonnie did try and on the weekends, we were at a beach on the weekend, just a little side note.
Bonnie the dog that
has featured in here that I'm dog sitting.
Yes.
For from when my parents are away. I'm basically 50% owner at this point. And
75%.
I think my parents would beg to differ. And we were at the beach. My parents are away for a weekend.
Bonnie's Instagram.
All right, let me speak.
Yeah.
I don't see her enough to manage that, and I don't think my parents really have the social media savviness to navigate that world.
I will manage it for you, but go on.
And we were in the beach, and she loves the water. She literally, he takes her to the beach. It's hard to get her off the beach afterwards. Anyway, they had like this big inflatable kind of mattress kind of thing. These people that were sunbathing, and she swam up to it and she was going to jump on it because she thought it was a dog bed in the sea.
Ooh.
So I can imagine Bonnie doing that with a kayak.
Wow.
Yeah, just and
then just holding on.
Yeah. And just falling asleep and then ending up somewhere.
Oh, Bonnie, why?
But on the theme of animals,
yes, let's keep the animal theme going.
So, do you ever think sometimes that you know, like in those movies, those dystopian movies, like oh my god, Planet of the Apes, where the animals kind of just progress so much that they take over and they take revenge. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this dog had a good relationship with his owner, but this dog shot its owner.
Did the dog shoot its owner, or did the dog shoot someone else?
I think it was its owner.
Are you sure the dog shot its owner, or did the dog shoot some poor passenger in a car driving past at that time?
Oh, yeah, maybe. I thought the video,
and just happened to kind of
the story
sit
better than me.
on the trigger,
Yes.
shooting the shotgun,
You're just telling my story now.
a pellet of which happened to hit the poor passenger.
Yeah, yeah.
Arm
So a
as
dog shot
the
another
car-
person, not its owner. It would have. I don't think it would have. Yeah.
Which legally,
It's illegal in Nebraska which is where it took place, to have a loaded weapon in your car whilst driving.
which is probably where the owner could get into trouble. I
Yeah.
guess.
But I was just
you can't
like,
exactly.
well, with a
you know-
gun, you have to take it off safety to shoot it.
Oh yeah.
So either that dog is incredibly clever and planned it,
Mm.
or some silly sausage just didn't put their gun in their car safely.
Well, dogs are very clever.
They are.
On that note, thank you for listening and or watching to What's for Tea. It's nice to be back. Please don't forget to subscribe to us on your favourite podcast provider, or find us on the YMCA Exeter YouTube channel. Catch you next time.
Bye, guys.